So I was whining to my wife the other day, said, I need new glasses. And she said, well, get some. I couldn't tighten them anymore. They were scratched. You know the thing, right? But I didn't want to go through the process because you have to make the appointment. You have to spend weeks to get them done. And you got to pay a fortune, right? That's real. But I did. I spent $500 on frames and glasses, and that was cheap. And then I ordered a pair from my sponsor, Zenni Optical, for $70. Zenni is an online eyewear shop. Prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, starting at under $30. You go to Zenni.com, you pick a frame, upload your prescription, and they ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And by the way, if you are saying, do I really need new glasses, or do I have to put up with one pair to do everything I need to do for the next 2 years? No! You can get what you want starting at under $30. And if you've never bought glasses online, don't worry about it. I haven't either. Zenni has a virtual try-on so you can see exactly how the frame looks before you commit to buying them, with no salesman looking at you saying, those look good, but these expensive ones would look better. No, you don't get that. I'm excited. I can't wait to get my Zenni glasses and tell you more about them. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now's the time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out, so don't sit on it. That's Zenni.com/podcast. Promo code podcast15. You might have heard that live shopping is exploding, and I have to tell you, I have been on Whatnot for a couple of weeks now, and I see why it is. Now, Whatnot is my sponsor, and they are the reason I got on the platform and checked it out. I'm glad they did. They made it easy for me. I'm going to make it easy for you. I love it. Whatnot is where you get great products without paying full price. It's that simple. I'm hooked on their live shows, too. You got to see them. They're so much fun. And I see why Whatnot has climbed to the top of the App Store. And listen, if you're selling online, or maybe you have a storefront and you're hoping people will find your listing or maybe walk in your store, Whatnot flips that, because on Whatnot, you go live and you sell directly to people in real time. And I may admit, although you didn't hear from me, I may have picked up a couple of power tools or so in the past couple of days. I'm just saying. Whatnot, it's the largest dedicated live shopping platform with beauty, collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies, and anyone can sell. In fact, people who sell on Whatnot sell 10 times as much as any other major marketplace. That's because you're not just listing products, you're building real connections with buyers. So whether you're shopping or you're selling, download the Whatnot app today and get free shipping on your first order. Just search WHATNOT, Whatnot, in the App Store and start scoring amazing deals. Well, all right. How are you? Oh, me? I'm kind of zen today. I'm kind of in that place right now. I don't know. It's kind of like zen. Like, I was kind of chilling. So I got up this morning in the middle of my work week. If I could describe my work week as a work week, it is not traditional in any sense of the word. And I said, you know what? Today I feel like studying. I'm going to go work out. I'm going to lift some weights, going to do some cardio, going to stretch, going to hit the sauna. Going to come home and I'm going to read, study, and listen to some music. I thought, what kind of music would I listen to? And I thought, I don't know. Go follow that breadcrumb, see what happens. And that led me on a search of wisdom and some wisdom starter thoughts, if you will. That's today's show. Get you thinking about a few things, if that's okay. It is a daily boost from motivationtomove.com. Life begins when you move, and it ends when you stop moving. And you can either do that right now today, or you wait 100 years to do it. Doesn't matter. Life begins when you move, as long as you keep moving, but it changes as you go through it, right? Sometimes life gets in the way. When life gets in the way, what do? A lot of people freak out. There's a lot of life getting in the way these days. Kind of in a strange time. We're going to be here for a while. Some people call it a winter. It's where we are these days. And you can either have life get in the way and you can freak out about it, or you can stand into it and do things cool and make things really neat. It's your choice. But it is stand up, take a step, and repeat to get it there. That's what it's all about. And your ability to do that will guide exactly how your life is, however long it is. Okay, what's happening? I'm kind of in a zen spot today. My name is Scott Smith. I'm the founder, chief motivating officer here at motivationtomove.com. At my desk in the studio today, chilling all day, 6 hours of reading. You know, one of the things about what I do, if you ever thought about doing what I do, well, the great privilege, speak up, Scott, speak clearly. One of the great privileges is to be able to read and study at will whenever I want to. And that happened today. In fact, I was sitting here today listening to some music. And like I said, I was chasing the music breadcrumb. Sometimes it's a movie theme. Sometimes it's jazz. Sometimes it's American Top 40 from 1975. Old stuff. Today was classical. Never thought much about classical, but I sat there reading today and I said, I want to do some classical. And I found myself into Bach. St. Matthew's Passion. I kind of was digging it. And then I went to the Mass in B minor. I dug it more. The art of the fugue is coming tomorrow, I think. Like I said, a Zen mode today, thinking about wisdom. And that's where we're going to talk about some ideas about wisdom and maybe where you are on the curve or the path, if you will. So where are you on the curve or the path of who you are today? You thought about it? If you're younger, and a lot of you are younger, I know my demographic. I know who listens to me. I know my psychographic, basically. I know kind of what you like to do, and I kind of know who you are and what you're trying to strive for. You're going the success thing. You're moving down that path. That's okay. You're in kind of that flow intelligence, they call it, that raw state of knowledge. Gather, 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 succeed, 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 go, 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 be more successful, get more, come on, come on. It's rampant. It's everywhere. I'm kind of at the other side of that, or transitioning, if you will. Crystallized intelligence, that's more the refined wisdom, if I do say so myself. In other words, I've chased the breadcrumbs for so long, I kind of figured out what they're all about, how to put them all together. There's a quote I read today that's kind of interesting. Knowledge is knowing that a tomato is a fruit. Wisdom is knowing not to put that fruit in salad. See? Some of y'all didn't know that, did you? You would have tried that. So we'll talk about that a little bit today as you flow through your life, because I've always been, the reason I do what I do, and I'm very transparent about it. There's nothing for me to hide here. I am what I am. I'm figuring out life as I go, and I've figured out a lot so far, and I've done pretty well with it. But I continue every single day. And one of the things we want to do is progress and learn and figure out what to do with all that. I have a group called Wisdom to Wealthy. The reason I call it that, and the reason we don't really accept people in the raw flow intelligence place, is because they don't understand how to piece it all together, the insight it takes. So as you grow, your goal is to be able to take all these pieces and things that you come up with throughout your life and make sense of them. Some do it at 28, some do it at 88. I don't know where you are. But I had a few wisdom starter thoughts. A lot of times I jokingly call that my Scott logic, just the way I think. If your name is Bob, it's Bob logic. If your name is Joy, like my wife, it's Joy logic. It's your common sense. It's your wisdom. It's stuff you figured out. It's experience-based. It's how you choose to live. But mostly it's a filter in your mind that allows you to make connections. You get down inside your brain, all these things you learn in your life when you're in that flow state of knowledge, you picked up a lot of different ideas, a lot of experiences, a lot of outcomes, a lot of results. And as you grow, you're able to piece the two together. That's why sometimes when I do a coaching call, that's what I rely on. I can put pieces together that make sense for somebody who hasn't gone down the road I've gone down. So here's a few things I live by. If you've been with me for a while, you've heard me say these before because they are pretty close to me. I stay with them all the time. But a good starter thought for you. For instance, life is long enough, but not for everybody. If you're still here, count yourself lucky. Life goes quickly, but not if you're bored. If you're bored, it takes forever. So if you want a long life, to feel like a long life, just get bored fast. But Scott, I don't like to be bored. Then get ready to go fast. That's all there is to it. It's how it is. If you've lived long enough, you know that. Life passes slowly when you're fishing. I can't go that slow. I don't want life to be that long. I'm not good at fishing. They don't bite fast enough. Some people are too serious. Others are not serious enough. I'm kind of in that category, I think. But both disagree with each other. I used to be that way. Now I understand. A long time ago, I figured this out. I said, some really serious people, to them, that's fun. I don't know. It was a weird day. You must stand in another person's shoes to understand how they see you. People ask me all the time how I see them. I'm afraid to ask them how they see me. No, I ask them. I do. But when you're in somebody else's shoes, if you meet somebody and you get in their shoes, you've heard this before, right? You really have to look back the other direction and see how they're seeing the world. A lot of our problems in this world be solved if we would sit in other people's shoes, stand in them, or sit if you want to, and see how they see the world. Your reward for hard work is a chance for more hard work. That freaked me out years ago. I thought, wait a second, I'm supposed to work really hard, get to the top, and it's easy at that point, right? You ever thought that way? And suddenly I worked more than ever before. Get good at what you do. People want you to do more of what you're good at what you do. By the way, the reward for laziness is a chance to be lazy more often. Get good at being lazy, and people say, let him be lazy. He's lazy. So you get your choice, right? Most of us, I think, are somewhere in between. I am lazy from time to time. I am. I decide to be. Today might have been considered lazy, except I studied a lot, so maybe not. First rule I ever learned when I started this business a long time ago. I know it sounds silly, but this whole business started on a Post-it note because Scott couldn't figure out how to deal with things that interrupted me throughout the course of the day. So I started writing Post-it notes, and I put them on the wall. I have 1,000 of them. I still have them. Little ideas, little notes that eventually became a podcast. My very first one I wrote, turning off the phone means it won't ring. My second one was turning off the phone, or if I don't turn off the phone, I don't have to answer it. That was it. Simple wisdom. Most things in life should be in moderation. Excess is good now and then. Healthy now and then, but most things in moderation. It takes a fraction of the time to read a good book as it does to write a good one. Telling me. That makes reading a book a good investment of your time. How many books do you read? I average 2 a week. I used to average 3 a week. For a year, I did 1 a week. That was about it. I'd never gotten less than 1, I don't think. Right now, it's 2. We'll see how long that lasts. Saying I don't care means you do. Care about something, don't you? You wouldn't say it otherwise. Anybody ever says, I don't care, you know what you're dealing with. They care about something. We always do. That's how we're wired. Everything you experience is filtered through what you hold as the truth. And if you have a problem with anybody else, it's because they're holding something as the truth, and y'all be disagreeing, as they say. So tap into your internal wisdom, your logic that you have. Understand all the knowledge you've learned over time is culminating in a place. The person you are meant to be, the person you will become. And it's going to happen whether you try it, do it, or not. It's going to happen. How do I know that? Because you're here listening today. You're not just the average person that's out there running around collecting ideas and stuff. You're looking for something deeper, something more meaningful, something bigger, something of a legacy, something that will become you, something that you will be remembered for. A little more Scott logic. I figured this out a long time ago, too, that I'm not going to be remembered, not for very long. Doesn't matter what you do. So live it, do it, put it out there, and when you're gone, and maybe somebody will find your note that you wrote in a bottle 50 years ago. Maybe that'll work, huh? I don't know. We'll see. All right, listen, I'm going to get out of here. Hopefully not another Zen day tomorrow, because then we start talking about all this kind of stuff. But then again, maybe we should talk about it more. Just a thought. Come see me at Facebook, dailyboostpodcast.com/Facebook. Tag me, call me out. I shall say hello. And then a whole lot more too. Well, hello? What is that?